In my family, I was the assistant. Not by profession, I was a freelance data analyst, but by role. My older sister, Clara, was a lifestyle influencer with 200,000 followers and a personality made of glass. My brother, Julian, was a serial entrepreneur who burned through our parents' retirement fund on 3 failed apps. I was the one who booked the flights, managed the family group chat, filed my parents' taxes, and picked up the dry cleaning. I was the reliable one, which is family code for the one we don't have to thank. The breaking point came during our parents' 40th anniversary dinner at a high-end steakhouse. Clara was busy filming her salad for a story, and Julian was pitching a new crypto gym idea to my dad, who looked exhausted. "Pass the bread, Chloe," Julian said, not looking at me. "And hey, did you call the landlord about the leak in the beach house? Mum said it's getting worse." "I fixed the leak myself, Julian," I said quietly. "Last Tuesday." "Great, whatever," he waved a hand. "Dad, listen, if we pivot to blockchain fitness..." "Enough," my dad sighed, rubbing his temples. "Julian, the beach house is being sold. I can't afford the maintenance anymore, and your mother's medical bills from her hip surgery are piling up. We're downsizing. We might have to sell the main house too." The table went dead. Clara stopped filming. "Sell the beach house? Where will I do my summer coastal aesthetic shoot?" "We'll figure it out," Mum said, her voice trembling. We're in a hole." I took a sip of water. It was cold and sharp. "You aren't in a hole," I said. They all looked at me like I'd interrupted a professional meeting. "Chloe, honey, you don't understand the finances," Mum said gently. "It's complicated." "It's not," I said. I pulled a tablet from my bag and slid it into the center of the table, right over Clara's expensive phone. On the screen was a portfolio dashboard. The balance at the bottom had 7 figures. "What is this?" "A simulator," Julian scoffed. "It's my investment firm," I said. "I started it 5 years ago. I've been managing the private equity for 3 of the startup founders you tried to network with, Julian. While you were pivoting, I was buying." I swiped the screen. A digital deed appeared. "I bought the debt on the beach house 6 months ago through an anonymous LLC. I also bought the medical lien on Mum's surgery. You don't owe the bank anything. You owe me." The silence was heavy enough to crack the plates. My father's mouth hung open. Clara's eyes were darting between the screen and my face. "You've had millions of dollars, yeah, and you've been picking up my dry cleaning," Clara whispered, horrified. "I picked up the dry cleaning because I loved you," I said, leaning back. "But I realized that as long as I'm the assistant, you'll never actually see me. You'll just see a service. So, here's the new arrangement." I tapped the screen one last time. "I've set up a trust for Mum and Dad. Their bills are covered for life. The beach house is staying in the family, but Clara, you're paying rent to use it for shoots. And Julian, the seed money for your next project. It's not coming from Dad. It's coming from a rigorous loan application processed by my firm. If the math doesn't work, the answer is no." Julian looked like he'd been slapped. "You're cold, Chloe." "No." I stood up, throwing my napkin on the table. "I'm the one who's been paying attention while you were all looking at yourselves. I've already settled the check for dinner. Enjoy the dessert. I have a board meeting in the morning." I walked out of the restaurant. For the first time in 24 years, no one asked me to grab their coat on the way out.